welcome to our third annual Spring Recital. We're very pleased to have all of you here tonight, and we think we've got quite an exciting show planned for you. If you look in your programs that you receive, you'll see that Oz has experienced quite a prosperous year as we've had several winners in different competitions. And we think we've got quite an exciting show planned for you tonight. So what I want you to do is sit back, relax, and enjoy, because we've got a lot to show you tonight. And please bear with us between dances, because it'll take us a little time to change our sets and get our dances on here. So just sit back and enjoy. Thank you, everyone. Tonight we're very proud of our next two dancers, Jennifer Sanchez and Brooke Phillips, because this past year they were the top place winners at Showstoppers competition this February. And they also broke the national average for points scored for their age. And now we present Jennifer Sanchez and Brooke Phillips in Baby I'm a Star. These next three dancers, Micklin Carmouche, Sia Calhoun, and Katie Espy, won second place in Showstoppers competition. These girls are planning a trip to South Carolina this summer to compete nationally. And now we will present Future Shot. award-winning group won second place in Showstoppers, and also we're hoping to beat this group many times in the near future. Our final number for this evening is a number called Control by Janet Jackson. And following that, we'll have our finale where we present all our dancers, and then following that, we'll have our awards presentation. So please, sit back and enjoy. We're almost finished.
loud enough as it is. I would like to say a few things. First of all, I enjoyed very much teaching your children this year, and y'all know that yesterday is just fuss. That's all I did yesterday. And today I really enjoyed it, and I think y'all did an outstanding job, and I didn't see one mistake in the whole show. That's the thing. Other than God decided to put us in the dark for about 15 seconds during one of the dances, but that's just the way it goes. Okay, the first thing I want to do is give out some plaques. These are for students that have studied dancing for 5 or more years. Now, they do not have to just study from me. They can, that's good. They can study from anybody, but I think that they need to be recognized because 5 years for this age is an awful long time, and that's an awful lot of dedication. The first plaque goes to Summer Tillis, 5 years. Carol Lindsay, 5 years. Paige Mobley, 5 years. Christy Shivers, 5 years. Jesse Herring, Christy, 6 years, I'm sorry. Jesse Herring, 5 years. Solandia Johnson, 5 years. Casey Mims, 6 years. Tasha Johnson, 5 years. Cecilia Calhoun, 5 years. Katie Espy, 9 years. And Nicklin Carmouche, 11 years. And the next thing that I want to give out is it's called the Oz Standard of Excellence Award. And that is to a dancer that I feel that has worked extremely hard this year and accomplished a lot. And every year I say this every year I have about 3 that I go back and forth, and it's always a very hard decision to make. And this year's trophy goes to a little girl that probably has a picture of me and throws darts at it every night because I just fussed so much this year. And it goes to Camille Gay. Camille did an outstanding job in Atlanta this summer and pulled through and just smiled and did a wonderful job. Now, the other announcement that I need, they know that they've got a surprise back here, all of them. They know. We're going to give that after we shut the curtain, okay? The other announcement that I have to make is an apology for the program that you have. I was very disappointed in it, and I think that there was a great injustice done to Summer Tillis and April Scott on 2 ads. I want y'all to know that I'm very, very sorry. Their ads should have been bigger. I think everybody else's looked really good, but I'm sorry to Summer and to the audience. Those pictures should have been bigger. It will never happen again. Trust me. It will never happen again. Okay, now the next thing that I want to do is I want to recognize my apprentice teachers because without them, I just couldn't run Oz Performing Arts Center because they work so hard, and they are Sia Calhoun, Nicklin Carmouche, Katie Espy, and Solandia. And Stacy, not Katie, Solandia and Stacy. I'm telling you, once you rattle off one of those names, they automatically all 3 come together. And the other thing, my notebook, I'm sorry. The other thing that I want to do is recognize the people who helped. I want to thank Jennifer Logston, Allison Davis, Linda Call, Kathy Deloney, for having all of these children dressed and on stage on time. Thank you. I want to thank Mickey Skeen for working sound. I'd like to thank David for working the video camera. I hope the electricity going off didn't hurt anything. And I want to thank Bobo Beasley for running the lights. And I want to thank Victor Creel for running the curtains. Y'all made the show go really, really smoothly, and I appreciate your help so much. I couldn't do it without you. Y'all have a wonderful summer. I enjoyed working with your children. I enjoyed the program. Good night.